Hello all YouTubers, I am the Weather Dude. What's going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning back into this weather presentation for November 17th, 2019. How's everybody doing today? As always, please consider subscribing and please watch the whole video. It gets me closer to my now current goal of monetization, and as you can see, okay, we're a third of the way there in terms of subscribers. We're working on the watch hours, so please, these two things, subscribing and watching the whole video, are two great things that'll help me get there. So, thank you guys for your support thus far, and I hope you enjoyed this video in which today we're going to be talking about the northeast coastal storm that is now currently affecting the mid-Atlantic. So, and please consider checking out my final winter outlook. If you don't want to move the mouse down another, few scrolls, I have it right here in case it doesn't appear automatically for you. Or if you're like a newcomer, it'll be up here for you as well. But either way, it's very convenient to get the video, very easy to access. So we're going to be analyzing some models in the coastal storm. Where is it now? Where is it going? And I also even made my own little forecast to show you guys. So, matter of fact, let's go ahead and show that first. Alright, so here's my forecast. And actually what I'm going to do is move this drawing tool here and zoom in. So you can see Eastern Coastal Storm, my forecast, November 17th to the 19th. Okay, when you're looking at the Northeast with this storm, it's going to be strong, and it's basically going to merge with an upper level trough. Now, once these two get close enough together, basically, okay, then the storm's going to start strengthening more. It can feed some more energy into it, and it's really going to start growing. Even though it's on its, hobbling leg right now, things will improve for this storm and deprove, so to speak, for the East Coast. So basically the I-95 or east of the I-95, Boston, down to Connecticut, New York City, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, it is all rain for you. Now granted, it's going to get a little cold on the backside, okay, but I don't think it's going to get cold enough to produce snow in any of the big cities. Probably the big city along the I-95 that has the best chance to get some snow or ice on the backside would be Boston and Portland, Maine. Actually, Portland, Maine will be getting some frozen precipitation, so let's take a look. So again, green, you got your rain, of course, from Savannah, Georgia, up through the southern suburbs of Boston. The pink, you have your freezing rain to a sleet and snow mix at the end of the storm. So you're going to start out with freezing rain, maybe some sleet in a lot of these areas. Okay, freezing rain. You have more warm air, a little bit aloft than you do with sleet. Okay, sleet involves more colder air. It's like between freezing rain and snow. Okay, and it's going to transition to rain possibly for some of these areas, especially the southern areas here. And it's going to go back to sleet and snow on the backside. I will be showing you some models. Areas farther north and west, okay, you guys are going to be seeing more of a sleet start. Okay, so some freezing rain and sleet, and eventually, maybe very briefly going over the rain, but then transitioning back to sleet and snow pretty quickly. And the areas in this purple region could pick up a couple or even a few inches, all the way up to about 7 or 8 inches of snow and ice combined. Now, 7 inches of ice, no, it's going to be like maybe like 7 inches of snow and a quarter inch of ice, something like that. So, this is the European High Resolution model. Thank you, Pivotal Weather, for now bringing this model, this lovely premium model, to the public weather website. And if you're using this model and you're crying, you're like, why don't I have it? And you're going on Pivotal Weather, okay, don't cry. Okay, you have to click on ECMWF High Res. Okay, the regular ECMWF doesn't have many maps at all, but the High Resolution model does. And the High Resolution model is basically the same thing as the actual model, it's just in more high definition, and I like to use it better anyway. So here's the High Resolution model, starting with the Mid-Atlantic, and then I'm going to show you the same model just for the Northeast. So let's actually zoom out a little bit. There we go. So you can see there's a storm now, and if you count each of these isobars, each of these lines, as you get closer to the center of the storm, the pressure drops by 2 millibars with each line. So for example, this would be 1008, 1006, 1004, 1002, 1000, 998. So this is about 995. And 996 would be the innermost line, and then you subtract 1 or 2, and that's your center of the storm. So around 995 millibars of pressure, and that's pretty strong. And it's radiating all that energy outward. Okay, and you're going to get some pretty nice rainfall right on that northwest side. Okay, and a lot of it, the like 12-inch rainfall total stayed off the North Carolina coast, but we did get quite a few inches. The storm, okay, it's gonna pull off pretty quickly. You can see it's gonna merge with some upper level trough thing that's gonna come through, and that's gonna help to kind of not an actual another system coming towards it, but like a trough, kind of give us some nice energy. And now I'll kick it up to 994, maybe 993. Okay, so then the storm starts to pull up in the northeast. And as it does so, we might even have a second wave of rain and even some snow in the Appalachians, even some ice here as well. So, and we'll be showing you the ice and snow totals as well. And then, once I show the northeast loop, you'll be able to see this better. But some snow up there towards New York. Okay, and then maybe like even another system developing, and then that's it. So, what are we talking about? This actually doesn't provide the ice tools, I just realized that. But we can get a snowfall tool for any of the lucky people that might get snow out of this. Okay, and any snow that falls is going to be, if you're lucky, near Asheville, maybe the Appalachian Mountains there in eastern West Virginia, and up there in Pennsylvania, New York. We'll get to that in a bit with the Northeast. Actually, we're going to get to that right now. So same model, okay, same everything, except now we're in the Northeast. That's all the change. So as that low starts to move up, okay, there's the low, 992, right? Not bad, pretty strong. It's going to start radiating some rain out northwestward out towards the Cape and the islands. And again, here's your little upper level trough, trying to dig down, it's not in this exact location, but it will help to give this storm a nice, kick to it. Okay, that trough and whatever energy is left of it is going to combine or get close to that low pressure system that's way out here where the accurate advertisement is. Why it's there, I don't know. And you can see some snow represented by the blue. We have some sleet represented by the purple and freezing rain by the pink. Okay, and I did do a video a long time ago, and I'll see if I can find it, about the difference between sleet and freezing rain. I mean, like, almost back to, like, the time I started my channel. If I can't find, I'm not gonna actually, like, play the video, but if I can't find it, I'll just look up a picture. Basically, sleet involves colder air in the atmosphere, closer to the surface, or actually more aloft, as where the freezing rain, you have warm air aloft and colder air at the surface, in which it's going to fall as rain. So freezing rain is basically rain. It's just that the rain freezes on contact. And actually, freezing rain is a whole lot worse. Yeah. Actually, what if I type my channel? Come on, guys. Come on. And did not find it. Oh, there it is. Alright, let's keep this volume down. Yeah, maybe I will. Don't worry, the video is very short.
Freezing rain, basically when if your head is right here, it's gonna fall on your head. You're gonna feel it as liquid rain. But once it hits the road, that ice cold surface, so there's a warm atmosphere and then the ice cold surface, it does create those ice issues. It freezes on the ground. Those sleet and freezing.
Okay, thank you to other dude, and consider dropping a like on that video too. Anyway, so that is your difference between sleet and freezing rain. Okay, if you didn't understand my shrill voice from 2018. Okay, sleet is just colder air more aloft. Freezing rain is warm air aloft, and then colder air at the surface, like on the pavement, with freezing rain. That's where that freezing rain comes in contact. Okay, why did Hey Siri turn on? Okay, that's really weird. Anyway, so let's progress on. And as you can see, this is by Tuesday morning. And the low is way out here, like a lot more farther north than where I'm actually drawing it. And it's drawn in as colder, and you can see it wedging in which we actually have like a bow echo. I'm getting into too much detail with this kind of. But you can see like a bow echo, nice little bow echo, where that cold air is trying to go in off the mountains. Because I do believe there are some mountain ranges here, and where that cold air tries to wedge in a lot more, you're going to get a lot of heavy snow. in the western Massachusetts. It's going to be falling very heavy, it's just a matter of sticking. Okay, so now let's look at the snowfall totals for the Northeast. A lot more than what you're going to have in the Mid-Atlantic, that's for sure. Again, no snowfall for the big cities. Again, maybe the north suburbs of Boston could get like up to an inch or up to a half inch. Again, maybe like northern suburbs of Newark, New Jersey. But actually, northern New Jersey will just be like the northern tip will just be dealing with some ice, not necessarily snow. I wish I could get ice accumulation for this, but it doesn't provide it. But we do have about 3 to 5 inches of snow, and probably up there and towards Jackman and Caribou, Maine, probably like around a half a foot. Just the camera's blocking it. Sorry. I got to have my face on there, right? All right. So let's look at the GFS model real quick. And again, the pressure isobars, the numbers aren't really provided, but you can kind of figure them out for yourself. 1014, 1012, 1010, 1008, 1006, 1004, 1002, 1000. So around 997 probably. Okay, 998 on the innermost circle. Subtract 1 from that, pretty much 997. With that low that's sitting there right now. Radiating energy a lot farther north, indicating that the moisture and the convectiveness is kind of spread out. It's a little bit of a weaker storm, but it will really get its act together here. Most of the precipitation's off my screen. And you can see this is by Monday afternoon, and the storm really deepens overnight Monday night into Tuesday morning. Okay, and for that, let's hop over to the Northeast. All right, here we go. So GFS model, here we go. So 995, and then it drops around 990 or probably less as the low pressure is all the way over here, indicating some very heavy freezing rain. And if it's heavy freezing rain, that basically means heavy rain, just a lot of it freezing at the surface. And we do even see some snow up in the mountains of New York. Some rain moving through there into Delmarva, and even some snow in the eastern fringes of the Appalachian Mountains in West Virginia. And it flips over to snow Tuesday morning into the afternoon, and then that storm is out of here. So GFS model provides both snow and ice forecasts. So let's look at the snowfall first, and then the ice. 4 or 5 inch snowfall totals according to this model will be in Canada, or pertain to Canada, with about 1 to 3 inches elsewhere. Maybe even a trace of snow in northern Pennsylvania, southern New York around Binghamton. We could even get a couple inches there into the eastern fringes of the Appalachian Mountains there in West Virginia. Now, here's the total accumulated freezing rain, total accumulated ice. And as I was watching the Weather Channel this morning, places like Vermont here and Jackman, Maine, okay, you guys have a very high probability of seeing more than 1/10 of an inch of ice for those 2 locations that I just showed you right here. Okay, and we're going to see a heck of a lot more than that. Okay, and probably as much as 6/10 of an inch of ice, according to the GFS model for East Central Maine. Vermont Canada border could see nearly 1/2 an inch. The ice is going to be treacherous. Now, luckily, it is in the northern areas of the Northeast, a lot of the mountainous areas, but still we can get some ice, some significant icing down in the valley. Okay, and who's to say it can't be populated this time of year? Just people, trying to move a little bit farther south. This time of year, like the geese, right? The other geese. Anyway, but you can see 4/10 of an inch, 5/10 of an inch of ice, or 1/2 an inch. Right? Yes, 5/10 of an inch, 1/2 an inch of ice is possible across the northern Northeast and New England. All right, let's go walk through the NAM models real quick, and then I will be saying goodbye for now. So, as we look at the NAM 3CAM model, as the eastern U.S. as a whole, we can see that if we play the animation, let's try that again. All right, and you can see this nice band of precipitation is just going to develop. And then you see the way the precipitation just spirals in the Mid-Atlantic. We have some snow developing there in northeastern Pennsylvania. And then the low continues to spin on, and we get some snow or ice changing to snow there in northern Maine and central Maine, and we got some snow. And NAM 3, the NAM models always do this. Okay, pardon them. If you see this, I mean, come on, don't be fooled. Okay, you kind of want to take the mean or the median, kind of take the center of all those lows, and that's basically actually where your low is. Okay, they're all just different little little tiny disturbances, but they're really all one big storm. I remember one time, I think it was I don't know if I caught it on video with you guys or I was just looking at it, but there was about 30 different high pressure systems scattered right in this area. like literally 30 different ones. I think it was like during tropical season. It was really weird. And the storm or potential tropical system was getting stored or steered this way. It was really weird. I'm not the fact that the storm was getting steered this way, but the fact that 30 different high pressure systems were sitting there. I was like, okay. But, and then you can see the storm lifts up into northern Maine. Alright, so if we look at the snowfall totals, let's look at the snowfall here for now 3 km. And going a little bit overboard, but I do see some teal there in central Maine, which indicates more than a foot. I don't really think so. Let's actually zoom in on the northeastern United States a little bit, because that's where a lot of the snowfall is anyway, right? Oh, that snow's getting awfully close to my area. Anyway, so 6 to 8 inches, that's probably, you know, pretty accurate for Maine, but don't be counting on 6 inches of snow for northeastern Pennsylvania. Don't be counting on that. You'll probably get a couple inches, a few inches at the most. Okay, and now let's look at the NAM 12 cam model, and let's hit play. And again, here's that little upper level trough. Watch as these two meet. Okay, and the trough's not very strong, but energizes it right here. There's that trough, and it's going to kind of energize it. And there comes the freezing rain up there in Maine. NAM models aren't too hot on this, but when you go to look at their snowfall totals, it's like, oh my goodness. It's like well over like, you know, 5-6 inches. It's really weird. That's the thing with the NAM models. They might not show a lot, but what they show you on their snowfall map is a lot. Look, that snow's getting so close to me. Come on. I know. We actually had snow. I was in school on November 12th, I believe. It was like a Tuesday, right? Let me make sure my brain's not screwed up and I'm looking at the time wrong. Yeah, Tuesday, November 12th. And right around 11 o'clock, it actually started snowing. So, and I got really happy. And, of course, so did all my classmates. It's funny. It's like they get so excited to see snow. And they're like, are we out of school? I'm like, no. I'm sorry. Anyway, so 6 inches of snow for northern Maine, and then that'll just about do it. And maybe another system will swing through the upper Midwest. So that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, please consider subscribing. And if you share this with your friends, tell them to watch the whole video as well. Again, we're getting there, that monetization stage. Anyway, so consider checking out my winter forecast if you haven't already. Thank you guys for watching. I am The Weather Dude, signing off. Till next time. Catch you guys next video.